常的朋友不在网上的？
没有，先生太虚伪了。
This documentary is about what happens in China Rehabilitation Center in the mission to treat web junkies to make them back as normal human beings. Web junkie refers to someone who wants to spend all their time on the internet or simply an internet addict. China was the first country to declare internet addiction as a clinical disorder. The country has established rehabilitation centers to treat teenagers who are having this type of addiction. The treatment cost for a person is $1,500 a month and usually runs for 6 months. Although the cost is very expensive, parents are willing to pay it because they are determined to connect their only child back into normal life. Only one human could not imagine how bad it is. The teenagers were not anymore like a normal human. They would spend most of their day playing online games, had little sleep, and some did not leave their room for months. Often, they played in an online group. Some even would wear diapers because was so afraid of will interrupt the game if they go to the toilet. Some also think that they were not addicted, but a sick person would never fully realize how bad they were sick when they truly are. In this hospital, the teens would be locked up in dorm rooms, give endless military-style exercise, give various therapy including counseling sessions. Some of them would be given brain therapy like what would imagine in a movie with some sort of wire on the head, while the parents would be given counseling lectures. The documentary also debunked what is the cause of the teenagers' addiction. The addiction specialist claims the lack of parental love is one of the biggest reasons for this problem. The parent neglected the children because of work. They think that just by providing material necessities like good health and good education was already enough for their kids. But what happened is the teens do not enjoy the interaction with their parents, thus they feel lonely and make the internet a place to look for companions.
From the movie review, there are 3 related points of our survey, which are uses of technology in daily life, disadvantage of technology, and lastly, management of technology uses. As seen in the bar chart above, most of the respondents answered that they use technology more than 4 hours per day, and even there are 20% group of respondents spend more than 10 hours per day. One study showed that teens who spend 7 or more hours a day on social media were twice as likely to experience depression-related symptoms. This number might be surprising to us, but this is evidence that humans cannot be independent from the use of technology. One of impact of use of technology is affect our sleeping habits. Many of us stay up for too late into the night texting friends, scrolling through social media, and playing games. The late night use of device alter our brain's production of melatonin, the sleep hormone, which make it harder for us to get a good night's sleep. All of this leads to interrupted rest and overall poor sleeping habits. Based on the pie chart above, 86% of respondents agreed that unlimited use of technology creates a huge gap in human civilization. Technology leaves us feeling isolated and creates a social disconnect. When the majority of our interaction with others takes place online, we may even feel disconnected from humanity. Sometimes online friends are not really friends at all. In the end, electronic communication is a long way from true human companionship, and it may even hurt your personal relationships. For example, the impersonal feel of texting often leads to miscommunication. Management of technology usage. Based on the pie chart above, 40% agree that technology is a main factor in psychological effects. More than 3 billion people interact with others over social media every day. While many of our exchanges are generally harmless, overusing these services can impact our well-being. Social media addiction is linked to a rise in mental health disorder like depression, suicidal ideation, particularly in teenagers. The unlimited usage of technology can terribly affect mental health overall. A significant lack of human contact can even cause depression.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Zaman. So I will do the management of technology users. I will describe a little bit about it. So the management of technology users in teenage life. Parents are worried about teens technology users, and so what can we do about it? So there's things that parents can do, which is discuss healthy relationship skills, remind teens about performative aspects of social media, and encourage a variety of in-person. So then, what can teens do? Be productive, make a good timetable, respect each other's opinions, and provide a planner for each week.
Hello, my name is Adib Haziq Mirza bin Mohit, and this is my reflection about this course. First of all, I would like to thank Dr. Junaidi for sharing in this class various psychological challenges and useful tools to deal with them. I'm also aware that we all have our own problems and we all have the strength to face it. Hopefully, with the knowledge I have gained from this class, I can prepare myself to face more challenging moments in my future work and life. And I also hope it can make me stronger mentally and emotionally to help me in my quest to achieve more success in the future. That's all from me. Thank you.
My reflection in subject psychology adjustment, I learned some new things that I can apply to develop my future self-development. One of them is to handle stress effectively and more calm and collected. Next, the interaction between the lecturer and the students is also more relaxed and so fine, so the students does not feel pressured or awkward to get acquaintance to the lecturer. And lastly, this subject teach me there are so much hopes and peace present in this world, waiting to be achieved by the ones who search for it. For those who have been through so much hardships, just believe that there's no such thing as never-ending rain. So that's all for me. Thank you.
Psychology is a course that not only stimulates the minds, but helps one to better understand their own life and to be more aware of the mind of others. It gives a more intellectual and educational view on human behavior and the reason why we go about things in a certain manner. During this class, there were several imperative topics that were covered that provided beneficial information. The chapter topics that were discovered more in depth were what is psychology, adjustment, a life process, personality, motivation, power of self-management, and psychological head stress. Overall, this course was good because it's provided beneficial information. In closing, psychology is very important because it deals with the brain, things that occur on an everyday basis, and give a better understanding of what is going on. It is vital for people to stop thinking that they are crazy and too cool to see a psychiatrist because mental health illness are at an all-time high because people fail to get help. There are disorders that have a serious effect on one's life, such as anxiety, depression, post-traumatic stress disorder, and so many more. Once you know better, then you will do better by taking action to make a better life for yourself. Psychology helps to understand what is happening and to get to the bottom of why these things are actually happening and provide a solution and method to overcome.
Reflection for this subject, psychology adjustment, is not only stimulate my mind but it helps me to better understand my own life and to be more aware of mind of others because not everyone have the same mental health condition. So it also opened my mind to know how the feel of people with depression, anxiety, and so on. So it gave me more intellectual and educational view on human behavior. So during this subject, we also learn about several topics like motivation, personality, and how to handle stress, and so on. So this class is so relaxed, and the relationship between the lecturer and also student are very harmonized learning environment. So student feel likely so calm and no stressful learning here. And that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum and very good morning. My name is Shafurana Smiti Momaslam. Today I'm going to talk about the reflection on psychology adjustment. I have gained a lot of knowledge in the class of psychology adjustment where I learned that learning is a never-ending process. Besides that, I learned about the challenges, how to face the challenges and what are the positive and negative challenges. Besides that, I have learned how to manage stress and the most importantly your physical and mental health such as your time of sleeping and your eating amount, a good healthy diet. And beside that, I have learned about the motivation and self-empowerment, personality, creativity, and free-minded, where we have done a lot of assignments and practical work, where we apply our creativity and how to organize and manage your time, and how to go with the life flow, whatever life approaches, how to react with it, and how to be a positive and do your work in a peace and a calm situation. So I really appreciate the doctor's knowledge that has been shared with us. Thank you very much, doctor. I really appreciate it a lot. And I'm very grateful to have this subject in my semester. So thanks, UTM as well.